Hi, I'm Randy Alvarez. Welcome to this week's Randy Alvarez Marketing Report. I'm seeing a brand new trend in healthcare marketing and advertising, and I want to talk about it this week because it's a huge mistake that health practitioners, health practitioners, are making, and that is you're presenting in the defense mode. Let me give you an example. Because of the fact that there's cosmetic surgeons on every corner, and there are plastic surgeons on every corner, there's cosmetic dentists all over the place. We see this with bioidentical hormones. People are dabbling in it, so the advertising is all over the place. So what happens is, for those of you that truly are specialists in your fields or experts in your field, what ends up happening is your treatment planners and you start getting on the defensive, talking about why you are better than your competition. It's a bad stance. Let me give you an example, by the way, because in influence or persuasion, because look, here's my goal. With the Wellness Hour that airs nationwide, I mean, we're busier than we've ever been because doctors need to get that message out there. You know, if somebody tunes into this on YouTube or this or that, and they're saying, well, you know, Randy's talking about selling or Randy's talking about influence. Hey, look, what do patients want? They want a doctor that can explain treatment in a way they could understand. I'm talking about basic principles of influence. And so we all need to go back to the basics. I had a doctor in here the other day, but I'm seeing it every week and every week and every week. Brilliant doctors come in here, they're doing very well, they're slumping, and I think I know why. It's because it's a shift in the way they're presenting, okay? Doctor comes in here the other day. In fact, I never met him. And I said, what do you want people, he wanted to meet me first, so there was no media coaching like I normally do, and I let him tell me his take on his particular procedure, well-known guy. I said, tell me what you want to get across in this interview. What do you want people to know? So he spent about 10 minutes telling me about safety, more safety, telling me more about his particular technique and why it was better than everybody else's. And he wanted to talk a little bit more about his staff and how much they were into safety. And he wanted to tell me all about the mistakes that other people are making in the industry, in his industry. And he wanted to talk about how he's cleaning up the mistakes of everybody else. Okay? And when he was finished, I said, are you finished? He said, yes. He said, so what do you think? I said, you forgot to mention one important thing, why anybody would want to move forward with your procedure. He forgot that part about looking youthful, younger, pretty, sexy, a boost in self-esteem, looking good on a job interview, looking great in a little black dress. And what's happening is, and I saw this happen, and I see this happen all the time, and I'll go down the list. In fact, I'm going to focus on about four things. We'll talk about what the dentists are doing that's a huge mistake, what the plastic surgeons or cosmetic surgeons are doing that's a big mistake, what the bioidentical hormone crowd is doing that's a big mistake. So let's start with the dentist. Okay, so cosmetic dentist, dental implant dentist, what's happening is because of competition, because of the fact that there's people doing dental implants on every corner, I have doctors that come in here and they want to focus on x-rays, they want to focus on the way they're doing it, they want to focus on how the way they're putting in the implants, that the implants don't fall out or that there's less of a risk of failure. Wrong message. They need to shift over to chewing, eating, being social, having fun, low downtime, less pain. It's very important that before you begin your presentation, you need to know why people buy. In your business, in your next meeting, really identify why do people move forward with your procedure. List them out, and you should be able to list out the top 10 reasons. And for those 10 reasons, people only have 1 or 2 reasons why they would want to do it. So it's very, very important that you identify what are the reasons why people want to do it. Also, you need to identify what are their fears, what are their hesitations. It costs too much. It is very painful. They're not going to look natural. All of these things are legitimate gripes from the patient. So in the world of, and we're talking about dentists, in the world of dental implants, for example, they don't care so much about the titanium post, they don't care so much about the x-rays, but they just want to know that it works. They want to know that it's not too expensive, and they want to be talked into it in a way. You know, people have a tough time doing nice things for themselves. It's easy to buy a friend a gift for their birthday or for Christmas, but it's tough to do something nice for themselves. So it's your job to justify and help people understand why, in their particular situation, it would be a good idea for them to move forward. Look, there's no room to talk about the competition. My most successful, and I'll bring him up, my most successful dentist, financially speaking, Bill Dorfman, owns Zoom Whitening. He also Discus Dental, known for that, and Breath RX. Well, one of the nice things about Bill Dorfman, whether you like him or not, I'm sure he's going to watch this, but the fact of the matter is that in that 27-minute interview with me on stage, it's no different than the time he has in front of a patient. What I mean by that is he has no room to talk about the fact that he's involved in the Crown Council or that he's involved in all of these different meetings and learning and this and that. It's not about him. His focus is about the patient. What the importance of a good smile, like an attorney, an argument. Here's why this person should go to jail. In your case, this is why you should do something about your smile that you don't like. That means that cosmetic dentistry is not for everyone, but if you don't like your smile, it holds you back. And so that's the message that he gets. In other words, if he has 27 minutes, he's going to talk about the benefits of improving your smile, especially if you don't like it. And that's my advice to all of you. It's back to the basics. Don't worry about your competitor, your less intelligent competitor, as they say, that's maybe doing a little bit better than you because of their marketing efforts. What's happening is don't go on the defensive. Don't talk about, in fact, let's talk about facelifting for a moment. In the world of facelifting, there's this national ad. It's called the Lifestyle Lift. By the way, my hat's off to these people. I think they've done a phenomenal job at getting the message out there, getting people to realize that small things can make a big difference. Taking care of the jowls in the neck, huge difference. You can look years younger, okay? We don't need to get in the debate whether every single one of their surgeons is qualified or good. The bottom line is they did a great job. In fact, in that 30-minute show, and there's a lot to learn. And by the way, for those of you that are dentists, you're involved in bioidentical hormones, whatever your topic, orthopedic surgery, what this national infomercial has done, that means the best in history, and I've watched it many times. What they've done, they didn't necessarily talk about all the credentials of the doctors they're involved with. They didn't talk even about the mechanism of how they're addressing or how they're hiding incisions. What they're talking about is life improvements when you take care of an aging face that you don't like. That's the focus of 27-minute infomercial that's doing well nationwide, but we can learn from that. Because what happens is, it's about life improvement. It's not about how it's done. It's not even about how you're better. I've used this example in the past. If I go into a bar tonight, I'm not married, I go into a bar tonight, and I tell a woman, by the way, I'm different than most guys. I'm not like one of these guys that's gonna lie to you or cheat on you. That's BS. So when you're in a consultation, you're talking about, in fact, and I'm talking to treatment planners, if you're talking about all of the board certifications that your doctor has, as they say, so what? That's important, safety is important, but now is not the time. Find out what bothers them, find out what they want, dig for purpose, and then tailor your presentation to fit them. Don't start talking on the defensive.